John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd, the Blues Brothers, a love letter to everything the blues, and an amazing time capsule of late 70s, early 80s American culture. The movie's a time capsule for me as well. It was the very first R-rated movie my parents let us watch as kids. We're all sitting around the TV, popcorn, drinks, all excited. We're going to get to see our first R-rated movie. We're feeling all adult-like. And then Mom stands up and says, "If I catch any of you wiseacres using language you learned in this movie, I'm going to rip your tongue out, wash it with soap and water, and then make you stitch it back in." By the end of the movie, I was a little disappointed. I thought I was going to learn some real bad words. I didn't have heart to tell Mom. Everything I heard in that movie, I'd been hearing on the school bus for years.
Outcast.
What exactly is the Blues Brothers? I mean, it is a comedy, but beyond that, is it a road movie, crime movie, musical, parody? Kind of defies description. At the end of the day, it's its own thing. Its own wonderful little thing. The movie's plot revolves around two brothers, Jake and Elwood Blues, who are, shall we say, morally flexible musicians. Are you with the police? No, ma'am. We're musicians. Be prepared for a lot of giggling and snickering. The movie opens with Jake getting out of Joliet prison. He's met by his brother Elwood. They go to the orphanage where they grew up to meet with the Penguin, the nun who raised them. The Penguin tells Jake and Elwood the orphanage is going to be closed in 11 days unless they can come up with $5,000 to pay taxes. After vigorously communicating her displeasure with their foul language and bad attitudes, she kicks them out, telling them to never come back until they have redeemed themselves. Jake and Elwood believe they're on a mission from God. They have to save the orphanage. How they're going to do it? Put their old band back together, put on a show, raise the money to pay the taxes. Hijinks ensue, culminating with the big show, and then a high-speed chase back into Chicago to the tax assessor's office to pay the taxes on time. We're presented the world of the Blues Brothers as is. The movie doesn't try to over-explain things. There's magic in this world. How does the Penguin open and close doors at will? Levitate? We're never told. The Bluesmobile has amazing abilities. How does that work? It just does. What did Jake and Elwood do before the beginning of the movie? Again, we're never told. Obviously, they were musicians, and Jake went to prison for robbing a gas station. When reminiscing with Matt Guitar Murphy, we learn they know what's served for breakfast in all the local lockups. Apparently, their lives were so chaotic that when a mysterious woman fires a rocket launcher at them and then blows up the building they were in, doesn't even faze them. They just brush themselves off and go about their business as if nothing happened. The soundtrack is amazing. The musical numbers are a highlight of the film. It's impressive how good John and Dan were at singing and performing the blues. You want to see how good they could be? After watching the movie, go check out their album, The Blues Brothers, Suitcase Full of Blues. It's well worth your time as well. The Blues Brothers Band were legendary studio and sessions musicians, not well known to the public, but highly respected within the industry. I'm glad that they got their moment in the sun, were allowed to shine. We get a brief glimpse of their amazing musicianship. Guys, you have to perform tonight. Jake and Elwood agreed to give the band's portion of the gate to the orphanage. They did what? The movie was my family's gateway into the blues. For weeks, we were pestering my dad to break out his record collection. Who's Elmore James? What's this Wilson Pickett all about? John Lee Hooker, Ray Charles. Pretty soon, we were discovering Bo Diddley, B.B. King, Muddy Waters, on and on and on. I fell headfirst down a rabbit hole I'm still exploring to this day. I want to acknowledge whoever did the 4K remaster. They left the grain in. Grain is a natural outcome of using film as a medium. It's part of the artistic expression. It's supposed to be there. It drives me nuts every time I see a 4K remaster of a film where they take the grain out. Whoever did the 4K remaster of the Blues Brothers, job well done. Despite being a time capsule, the movie doesn't feel dated. One reason is the manner in which it treats its subject matter. As I said earlier, it's a love letter to the blues. It treats the blues with love, more importantly, with respect. And it treats all the subject matter with respect. The movie irreverently thumbs its nose at authority. The church, police, prisons, city of Chicago, music industry, music genres, hate groups, anybody they think is getting too big for their britches. On the other hand, the movie has complete respect for religion, faith, music, communities, and individuals doing their best to help others. The Blues Brothers is a great example of overt political statement in art done right. Not long before the movie came out, the U.S. Supreme Court affirmed the American National Socialist Party the right to march in Skokie, Illinois. Why these goose-stepping monsters wanted to march in Skokie, Illinois? It was the largest concentration of Holocaust survivors in America. What they were doing was pure evil. The movie says that here in America, we have free speech. You may have the right to say the most vile, disgusting, and evil things, but the people who do say vile, disgusting, evil things, we will hold in complete and utter contempt. We will mock you into oblivion. I don't know about y'all, but I agree with that message 100%. What started Jake and Elwood on their path of mayhem was their attempt to seek redemption. I have a question for y'all. Did Jake and Elwood achieve redemption, or do they even deserve redemption? Tell me what y'all think down in the comments below. Jake and Elwood represent some of my favorite character archetypes in all of literature and film. They're, how did I put it, morally flexible, yet earnest and sincere. They want to do the right thing, but have no clue how to go about it. They think as long as they're on a mission from God, anything they do, and I mean anything they do, in the furtherance of that mission is okay. Classic ends justify the means thinking. I think Jake and Elwood did earn redemption, but the way they went about it, they now have a whole lot more to atone for. It's kind of a self-defeating process. Man, you all don't know how hard it's been to record this part. I was really glad to see Jake and Elwood, the whole band, end up in prison. Consequences, baby. I just watched the movie so I can make this video. By the time the credits rolled, my face hurt from smiling so much. And there's so many laugh out loud moments. If you haven't seen the movie, I can't recommend it enough. If you have seen it, watch it again. Having your face hurt from smiling too much is never a bad thing. The moral of the story? Next time you find yourself on a mission from God, watch your P's and Q's. You don't want to end up in jail. At any rate, I hope I've given y'all something to think about, and until next time, y'all be safe. If y'all are still here, I really appreciate it. While you're at it, why don't you like this video, subscribe to the channel, click that notification bell. You can hear me yammer on about something else next time.
Please like and subscribe. Please leave a comment.